hide in that stage. Alright. Okay, let's freaking chill. We have got the flask. Alright, I gotta double check that my YouTube stream is fine. Hmm. Alright, looks good. There we go. Alright, let's get grinding. Let's start with this expedition. Did we? Oh, we got a boss. Hell yeah. That's sweet. Alright. Okay, we don't want to grab that one. Or that one. And we need to path all the way over here. Boss is over here. Let's do that. Nice, we could like start over here. Kinda pass through here. Grab these two, grab this. Go down here. Pray I don't die. Alright. Let's go.
Return to death. No mana. I'm out of mana.
Blasting makes me feel good. Yeah, let's not get hit by something. That could be deadly.
No mana. Quick and lethal. Now this will come in handy.
Okay, let's do the boss. Swap our stuff. We're going in there.
Nature's fury.
Alright. I think we actually get like a couple tries anyways, so it'll be good.
I am the doom at the door. You
I need more mana.
will fail. Purify.
Out of mana.
Keep running out of fucking mana right away. There we go, he's dead. Nice drops, dude. I guess I didn't get the good drops because it just fucking hid them from me. Alright. That guy can drop this item, which cost me 26 divine orbs, which was, yeah, very expensive. The most expensive thing in my setup right now. Alright, cool. Very cool. We got the book. That's what matters. So that is our third, I believe. If we go to our atlas tree. Yep, we're 6 out of 8 now. 50%. 50% quantity of artifacts. Travel 50% faster with the detonations. That seems really annoying. Increased effective remnants. Oh. It might be good. This one's very interesting. Just gives you like a big explosion. I wonder what the other people do. I'm gonna check real quick. We check out the massive atlas. Oh, right. Looked another variant. And yeah, since last time we ended up doing Arbiter of Ash, we got we defeated him at tier 4. He got wrecked. We also did Delirium. We also did tier 4 Delirium. So really we just have Expedition left and Ritual. That's what we're working on now. Looks like he goes down this path. Yeah, increased effective remnants with an additional prefix and suffix. Yeah, those sound pretty good. Alright. Sweet. Let's identify where our next citadel is. There's 2 down here. Okay. We can just keep passing down here then. Let's clear up some of these maps though. These are some good maps. Alright, let's get blasting.
Prepare yourself. Too weak, too slow.
It's just lagging way more than normal.
Don't mind if I do.
Maybe Vulcan is not as good. Cause tried switching to from DX12 to Vulcan, see if that helped. Seems worse.
I'm out of mana.
Fucking graphics card is exploding right now. I'm gonna switch back to DX12, I think. Maybe after this map, though. Because I think it might just crash my game. Oh, jeez. Still in pain, man.
Don't mind if I do. Bones to dust. An easy trophy.
Alright, next map.
Speak. Yes.
Whoa. Double rarity. If I get a roll into energy shield, this could be worth a lot. Let's see. Lucky one time? Oh, that's a really low roll. Might still sell that for something. Somebody might want for the rarity. Some of the stuff in here has been just not selling. Oh, these are like advanced. Those are some decent lower level boots. I'd probably just wear them on my other character if I decide to play my Spark character. It's pretty nice. I honestly have no idea how much that's worth. So I'm gonna go high. We'll do 3 div. It's probably not worth 3 div, but maybe people value the maybe people value my brain can't think right now. The increased rarity, double rarity roll. I don't know how valuable that is to people. But I do know that rarity farming is a a big meta right now. Hmm, 10 breaches. That's a good one. Trash. Trash.
Goody teams. On with
Okay, let's try to switch back. Hey Marcel. How you doing? My day was fine. I'm doing okay. Just dealing with I'd like pulled a muscle in my neck or something. But it's kind of healing. It's definitely better than it was a few days ago.
Charged arrow. That's quite nice.
Alright, that seems a bit better. Yeah, Vulcan was just
Too slow.
absolutely crap frame rate. Oh, there really nothing down here? Yeah, it's closing. It's closing.
An easy trophy.
Executioner, huh?
Ranger, you have been sentenced to death.
Ah, I should have just checkpointed back. Oops. Whoopsie.
Thunderous shot. 'Too weak, too slow.
Even got any good, like, high rarity ones? A good one.
Go on. Three.
Uh, mm, mm, the region is kind of a dead stat. Nobody wants that right now. It actually like ruins this bug where if I life tap to reduce my health a little bit, then I can use this flask on full health. And this flask is just fucking busted. It gives me like basically double health pool, double my normal health pool. But if you can't use it on full health, then it's useless. Yeah, I think life regen is kind of ruins it
Time.
for anybody who's using that flask. Which is probably most people running these builds. Oops. Crafting. Do that map. Alright, let's do this one. We got a lot of good maps to get through, so probably do all my good maps and then start pathing towards the next area.
Now this will come in handy. Too slow. Hello there. Out of mana. Fury. No mana.
I know, maybe I should have my OBS screen open, because last time I was streaming this, my fucking OBS crashed. Hopefully it hasn't crashed yet.
Don't mind if I do. Take this.
Alright, we got... quantity of artifacts. Don't really care about quantity of artifacts. Can't grab that. There's a bunch of like goodies over here.
Hope you unearth
Probably grab all these goodies. And go over here.
I need more mana. Thunderous shot.
stay safe.
Don't mind if I do.
Come on. No books. No logbooks. Lame. Like I keep spawning. Oh, there is an enemy here, isn't there? He's freaking hiding. There he is. Yeah, I was wondering because I'm like, those guys only spawn on rare mobs, so makes sense. Oh. So my stream didn't crash, but you guys can't even see my fucking game. Guys, nobody fucking says anything. Oh. Um. It's just not showing, is it? Um. Okay. Hmm. Maybe I just restart my game. That's probably gonna fix it. Cause yeah, for some reason the audio is not coming through. Let me try and fix this. There, now it's working again. Oh. I think I gotta change off this DMB playlist. I'm getting a fucking headache. Oh, let's just play my chill mix. Oh, that's a vibe. Oh, let's vibe to that.
Speak. Hello.
What's this? Ming's Heart. Interesting. It's a lot of damage, but you definitely lose life and just reduces global defenses. I wonder what global defenses means. Oh, somebody wants to buy my fucking belt that I've had listed for like 10 years? Sure, 5 exalts is barely worth my time, but whatever. People want it, they can have it. Alright, let's go grab that belt. He wants this one? What's this one? That's actually a pretty decent belt. Here you go, bud. Enjoy. Enjoy the belt. We chillin' now. What's this? Cast speed. Yeah, it's a T4 or T1 life. Lightning res, strength. Who needs strength? How many people playing strength builds right now? Because they're not very good. Oh wow, 83% delirious on that one. That'll be fun. And just for shits. Yeah, I don't know, like I don't even know what to price that at. It's kind of whatever. Just try something like 25 exalts or something. Something like, because it's not really special. Let's do more expedition. I've been liking the expedition. I want to try more rituals as well. Evolve factory, huh? Riverside. You really got no rituals, huh? Probably do any expedition maps. Maybe we just gotta like buy ritual tablets.
Nowhere to run. You there, local, come here. An easy trophy. I need more mana.
Big oof on the frame rate right now. Wonder if the I wonder if it's just choppy because trying to run on VSync or something. That kind of looks a little better. I don't know. I should be getting better frame rates. Like, with my specs, like, I think they really gotta work on an optimization a little bit more. I've heard that, like, even having a 4090 isn't enough. You have the same type of laggy frame rates. Like, I'm lucky to get a stable 60. But this is like extra bad right now. Let's see if we can see if DLSS is any better right now.
do. I shall overcome. An easy trophy. Out of mana.
That was weird. None of my abilities are firing. Why does everything seem so zoomed in right now? Yeah, there's something weird right now. I don't know what's going on.
An easy trophy. Thunderous shot.
Oh yeah, we gotta go do the expedition. Forgot. Alright, logbooks. Quantity. Definitely want the logbook drops. Grab these.
Oh, I always love a good risk.
Really? No luck. No luck this time.
Storm point.
Can't even get a stable 165 in the fucking... in my hideout. It's sad.
What is it? Greeting. I'll be here. Greeting. Dying is not on our side.
So we want to go down there, huh? That way. These are good maps, though. Finish up some of these.
Fury. An easy come in handy. No mana.
Hey, Manel. I fucking, like pulled a muscle in my neck or some shit. I've been in a lot of pain this week. It's finally starting to feel like it's kind of healing, but yeah, it's been just pain all week.
Prepare yourself.
I've been playing a lot of this though, to try and just feel. It hasn't been all bad.
Speak.
Always from sleeping wrong. Yeah. Yeah, it sucked. Because I was planning on going snowboarding with a friend tomorrow. And yeah, I just can't. Like, I don't want to risk hurting myself further. This one? Let me see. No, this is a 7. I remember because this is one of the songs that you can play on piano in the remake, I think. Yeah, it's definitely one of them. Bum, bum, banana. But yeah, that's why I haven't streamed all week. Oh. Ow. Even just thinking about it just made me hurt. Oh, God. It's been pretty bad, though. Like, I have very limited mobility. Yeah. Yeah, it's awful. Just trying to, like, look to the left and then the right, and oh, yeah. You gotta do that a lot while driving, and it sucks. I did it to myself, though. It was my fault. But yeah, we improved our character a lot since the last time I played. I forgot the flask that I wanted. So now we have basically like as long as I keep popping my health flask, I get like a 1700 barrier. So as long as I'm on top of it, I basically have like double the amount of survivability now. Which helps me like dodge a lot of the one shots that would kill me before. Which is awesome. But yeah, that flask cost me all the fucking divine orbs I had, which was 26. Now I'm trying to build up the stash again. Hopefully buy some more gear. Yeah, it was worth saving up for it. Because I was definitely struggling with my survivability and... Oh god, my fucking computer is gonna break. What is even going on?
That would only slow me down. I need more mana. Out of mana.
But yeah, it's funny. That flask is probably worth as much as my entire set of gear is worth. This goes to show how freaking important that item is. It's basically just the rarity. But each orb does something different. So divine orbs... The actual use of divine orbs would be you can re-roll the stats on any item. It doesn't like re-roll into like different tiers. So like all the stats on gear are in tiers. So if you look like at my bow, if I like just like this is like T7 increased physical damage. So like you can use a divine orb to try and roll the highest. You know, you could keep divining an item until you get like the highest rolls that you want, and it would just re-roll every rollable stat within these ranges. So like divine orbs have a lot of value in the late game. Whereas like if you look at exalted orbs, these are just they just give a rare item a new modifier. So like if you don't have like each item can have 6 modifiers, and when it's rare it means it's yellow. The yellow text items. So you can use exalted orbs to like add stats to items that are like not complete. For example, this one. Okay, this one has 6. But this one has 4. So it's got T4, T5, T4, T1. So I could take an exalt and give this one a new stat. But yeah, it's basically just the rarity. Exalted orbs drop like candy. So their value has gone down. And they're just not as valuable as like a divine orb would be. But divine orbs are exponentially more rare than like a chaos orb or an exalted orb. Oh god. Forgot to pop my flask and almost died.
That would only slow me down.
And yeah, items can have up to 6 stats. Although if you corrupt an item using like a Vol orb, so like there's just a bunch of different orbs in this game, and each orb has like a different purpose. They do something different to an item usually. And some are just more rare than others. The rarity kind of goes like regal orbs are like, you know, really common. Exalted orbs are a little less common than regals, and then chaos orbs are a little less common than exalted orbs, and then divine orbs are... I'm dead. There's fire on the ground, and I just like fucking walked in it, and I'm dead. Jesus fuck, man. Why do I gotta pay attention so much? Game's too hard. Oh, dang. I was hoping that would have been better. Oh, that was lame. That was fucking lame, man. I should not have died there. That was just me being reckless. Just reckless, man. But yeah, say like a real orb upgrades a magic item to a rare item. And like orb of alchemy like upgrades from like a white item to a rare item. And, you know, transmutation, it's like white to blue. And then like add a stat to a blue. Chaos orb just randomly removes a stat and then adds a new stat. Chance has the chance of turning a white item into a unique item. So those are used for like really chase items. People use hundreds of these at a time to try and get like some of the most rare items in the game. Some of the rarest like build defining uniques in the game. Annulments remove a modifier from an item. And then Vol orbs corrupt items, and that is just like a whole other thing. Like once you corrupt an item, you can't do anything to it. So these are like, they can either brick your item or they can make it like even better. It could do something like add a socket. So like this one, I corrupted it and it added a socket. So normally gloves can only have one socket, but this one has two. Or yeah, like normally weapons can only have two sockets, and this, I bought this one. It was corrupted and it has 3 sockets. So yeah. So you can do a bunch of crazy shit. Like most of the stuff you do in this game is like craft items. So like you can see like 90% of my gear is like just a bunch of rares that people have crafted or found on the ground. And then I've got like a couple like build defining uniques. So like Thief's Torment is a very specialized item. And it has very important stat, which is the mana per hit with attacks. And it's the only item in the game that has mana per hit on it. So this item is like, I can't do this build without this item, or my mana would just be gone. I'd like use a skill, my mana would be gone. It's just, yeah. Yeah, a lot of this game comes down to itemization. Although they don't have all the crafting stuff that they've said they want to do in this game. So the crafting is definitely just gonna keep getting crazier over time.
Fury.
And I've barely scratched the surface on like the other items that are in the game that like you can craft with. Because there's other items that can like change the outcome of things that happen with your orbs and the shit. So yeah, it's fucking complicated. Some people literally just spend all their time crafting in this game. They'll just craft shit and hope they get something really expensive and then trade it to other people. And they'll just like keep doing that until they get like so much currency that they can make the godliest character on the server. That's what one of my friends used to do in PoE 1. And yo, Katie, how you doing?
I need more mana.
Yeah, I don't know if any of that makes sense to you, or if you're even listening. Probably just freaking word vomit. Who's summoning tornadoes on me? Oh god, the fucking tornado!
Too slow. Storm point. Caged for 1,000 years. Must have been quite the betrayal. No mana. Storm point.
Where'd he go? There he is.
I need more mana.
Da bitch.
You are a worthy adversary.
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah, what is this one? This one, jeez, that's just like so much text.
On with
Got a lot of wands stacked up again. I should just sell my wands to somebody else for crafting. So yeah, that's why I pick up like white stuff. So like this has like item level 82. So this can have all of the highest stats in the game. And wands are like super... People really want like really good wands right now because they're just like really OP. They can have like +5 skills on them. So I keep all these white bases and then people craft with them. Like these essences, like you can use on a wand. And it has the potential, like this one in particular is really nice because it can add a lightning modifier. So that can add like plus to lightning skills. And right now one of the best builds is a spark witch or a spark sorcerer. And yeah, that's a lightning skill, so they want lightning. So that was like one of the best ones right now because that's like the best build in the game at the moment. So I've been collecting a lot of wands. But you can use the lightning thing on it, but it has a chance to roll other stats. So it's like you have to go through a lot of different items just to get like +5 lightning skills, which would be the highest. And if you get +5 lightning skills, which is really rare, you're even a blue item with +5 lightning skills would be worth like multiple divine orbs. Even though it's not even a complete item. And I'm just blah 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 blah.
yes.
Can you tell I really like this game and I'm very passionate about it? They're probably coming in close on like having another season though. They're probably gonna do another league soon is my guess. Just want to try and do everything I want before then.
Storm point.
And I've definitely like reached a point in my build where I can do every pinnacle boss in the game now. Ever since I got that flask.
Too slow.
Yeah, I'm just... I like explaining things. Cause you know, like I've gone through all the effort of like learning all these things by watching videos and you know, just deepening my knowledge of the game, so it's good to share. Cause a lot of the information in this game is really hard to come by. It's all just like some of it is explained, but a lot of it is just like you gotta like go to websites and figure out like, oh, what item level does something need to be to roll a specific stat that I'm looking for and stuff like that. It's like it gets so freaking in depth.
Don't mind if I do.
And then understanding like a white stellar amulet just dropped for me, and it's like why would I want that? You know, like to like a regular person, it's just like, why are you picking up all this trash? It's just like, well, you can turn that into something basically worth 80 divine orbs if you get lucky. That would be Astramentus, which is a unique stellar amulet. You can like Orb of Chance it into like one of the fucking best items in the game. It's just like, that's just like information that like most people just would be like, what? I didn't know that. And then they realize like if they try doing that, it's like playing the lottery. Because your chances of getting it are so low that you're bound to like lose money on the chase of like actually Orb of Chancing it. But you never know, you could get lucky. But I could just save up a bunch of those white bases and sell it to some rich dude who's gonna be willing to pay like multiple divines for like, you know, a good chunk of those white items. It's crazy. Crazy shit. I'm gathering up all these. Ooh, a divine orb.
That's quite nice.
Hello. It's our first of the night.
I need more mana.
And yeah, don't worry. Like, I'd much rather I'd much rather talk than to just sit here in silence. Oops. Alright. Go a dupe. And a dupe. Where do we go from here? Could grab like these 3 fingers. Do this. Oh, we want the logbooks? Yeah.
Charged arrow. I'm out of mana.
No logbooks. Dang. Placing these things down. This is the expedition event. So you can see that it says expedition encounter over here. So you can like blow up these like, there's these flags on the ground, and then there's also like those little these little pillar things, and they like modify like the enemies that spawn. So like if you blow up one of these flags, it's gonna spawn a monster. And then the modifiers on the pillars that you explode changes the effects of those monsters. So you can give them more damage to like get more drops and stuff like that. And then if you get an expedition logbook, then you can open up a map specifically for a bigger expedition where you get more explosives. And those are those like, I would place down a bunch of explosives and then they randomly can have a boss on them, which would be the pinnacle boss for expedition. So just one of the random events that can spawn on one of the map nodes.
Nature's fury.
And yeah, in those expedition counters, you also can get artifacts, and then there's vendors in my hideout that I can talk to and spend those artifacts to like buy items that I can craft with. Basically, just like gamblers, in a way. Which is not really something I interact with very often. Mainly because it's pretty time consuming to try and craft stuff in this game. And I'd much rather just like go find shit by killing monsters. But every now and then I like to give crafting a try, and then I realize, wow, I fucking suck at crafting, or you know, like my RNG is so bad that it's just like I might as well just like go play the game. I'll have better luck just killing monsters instead. Plus, I find killing monsters a little bit more fun.
On with the work.
But, you know, it is fun when you can, like, get something good out of crafting. Like, you can make some godly gear. It's just like, I just don't have the best luck with that, because it really is just pure RNG right now when it comes to crafting. There's no, like, easy way to guarantee that you're gonna make anything good. It's just like, just rolling the dice. So yeah, here I'm like using my orbs to like upgrade this. So now I'm gonna use some exalts. I regaled it to a rare. So exalts to put more stats on the map. And that looks like a really freaking scary map. And on my way to turn me loose. So yeah, I literally have a tab. So like these two items, a white stellar amulet and white sapphire rings, can turn into two of the most rare items in the game if you use an orb of chance to try and get an extremely rare occurrence of changing it into like the best unique item in the game. But I've seen people do videos of that where they do hundreds of these. And usually they lose money. Usually they lose. But I might just end up selling them all. That's kind of my thought, is I'll just sell them to somebody else. But it's worth gathering them just in case. Because one day I might just be like, you know what? Let's just gamba. Do some gamba.
Take this.
Never know when you're gonna hit it big. I'm not much of a gambler though. It always feels bad when like I spend the currency and then like I get nothing out of it and I'm like, well, that was a fucking waste. Feels really bad. I don't know, like I get really disappointed. Cause I'm like, oh shit, I just spent like multiple divines on trying to do something cool and it turned out I just lost everything. That's generally what happens to me, and then I just feel like, oh, I could have just bought an item for that, and, you know, that would have been better. Just on sports. Yeah, I don't gamble. Hmm.
No mana.
But then again, I come from Canada, so like, you know, you can't gamble on sports there. I'm pretty sure sports betting is illegal. So like, down here in the States, I don't know. You guys got like a gambling economy going on that is kind of bad. Kind of bad, to say the least. Can't win them all. Yeah, that sounds like a coping strategy for the disappointment.
Quick and lethal. I need more mana.
Oh damn. Yeah. When you think you're being smart and then you realize, well shit. That's luck for you.
Fury.
I'm more of a math person, so when I look at the odds, like I'm definitely an odds person. So if I know my odds are really terrible, like I'd rather not even try. So like when I see something is oh my god, what? That is so frustrating. How did I die? I guess that map had the reduced maximum fucking resistances and shit, and like yeah, that was just a high damage map. And that was dumb. I'm just gotta breathe. It's all good. I was just on a roll, man. Like I wasn't dying today, and now I've died twice already in this one stream. Fuck, man. Got any other good maps? Let's do this one. Need more rituals. Told myself and buddies this bet's gotta hit. Well, it didn't, you know. Chirping me in chat this morning. It was on hockey. I see.
Charged arrow. Barely broke a sweat. I need more mana.
Hey, as long as it's not like putting you in crippling debt, you know, as long as you're not spending money you don't have type thing. It's all about having the control over it. And just knowing that I would have zero control over the outcome would definitely just prevent me from wanting to do it. I think the most I've spent is like I put 20 bucks into one of those like video lottery things. Basically a slot machine. This was in Canada. And then I ended up winning money. I don't even think I did it. I think I gave my friend 20 bucks and he spun it for me and then I won and then I'm like, "Oh shit." And I'm like, "It's all yours, dude." That was like the one and only time that I've ever done that. My friends were much more into that. It's not like they had much money, so I was always like, why are you guys doing that? Like, seems like a way to stay poor. Yeah, like casino games are extremely predatory. And that's also because I know the odds on those things and it's really bad odds and like, you know, you take like a large enough sample size and you're always going to lose. You're never going to come out ahead. You might get lucky and like win something every now and then, but like, yeah. I feel like the vast majority of time like you're going to come out behind.
Storm point. I need more mana.
Dude, oh right, I was clicking the wrong button. Fuck, almost died. Yeah, that's good as long as you're being smart about it. I ain't gonna tell you to stop doing something if you're enjoying it, you know? But yeah, it's all about having control. If you can stay in control. Problem is, a lot of people have no control. And they end up in some really bad situations. I feel for those people. Because it's not their fault. Especially the people who go to like casinos and spend a lot of money. I feel like the only time I would do that is if I was like going to Vegas or something. And like I just probably wouldn't go to Vegas unless I was like going for a conference or something. No, actually had a chance to go to Vegas for a conference, but I ended up not going. I ended up going to Boston instead for a different one.
That's quite nice.
Yeah, and I mean, at least with that, it's like if you have the knowledge and you're like, you know, you're putting effort into like trying to like learn, like, there's definitely more control over like trying to make, you know, smart bets with that. So I can get that. You know, at least you're not just like randomly fucking betting and expecting to win or something. But yeah, like sports is definitely one of those things. If you know like a team has really good odds or whatever, or, yeah, I don't know. I'm not a sports guy. But yeah, I can see it. I can see it being better. Having a little bit more control. But you know, it's still random every time. It's always random. Never know when someone's gonna shit the bed or do amazing. But if you look at patterns and stuff, like that's definitely you can definitely make smart decisions and try to predict. And I know there's a lot of math that goes into that. Low life roll. Probably not enough evasion to be worth that. I'm curious though. Wow, we used one of the prefix for thorns, yeah. Trash.
Hello.
Oops.
What can I do? Time is
You're always terrible with numbers and math in school. That's funny. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's funny. Math do be like that. I was always good at math, but to be honest, I'd rather like there's definitely a point where I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to learn more like theoretical math, which is basically kind of the realm that I was starting to go into. And it's just like this just like makes no sense to me. Like, what's the point? It's interesting though. I was definitely more of a fan of like physics, understanding the math of the universe kind type thing is like pretty cool to me. I liked like actually being able to apply it to reality. And like I like woodworking, so I like, you know, basic fraction math and stuff like that. just like more applicable math that I can use in my actual life. I've gained a lot of value for the math that I learned. But like calculus, it's just like calculus was like the last math I took, and it was just like I was good at it. I got great grades. Like like just I just didn't understand the point. It's just like, why am I doing this? It was more about just like trying to solve problems, which is fun. Solving problems is fun. I like that. And it taught me like solving quadratic equations and shit and things like that. It's just like probably don't need to understand most of these things. And in reality, like computers just do that shit for you. Like I'll write an application to do it for me. Like why do I need to know the math? Algebra is fun. I like algebra. I do like letters and math, but at the same time, does algebra really help me? And not in particular. Like I don't use it like at all.
Don't mind if I do.
There's definitely a point where it's like some of the stuff they start teaching is just like, okay, but like what is this used for? What am I gonna get from it? How can I apply this to the real world in anything that I'm gonna do in my life, you know? And oftentimes, like, the more you go into math, the more it's like, yeah, you're not going to apply this to anything. It's more like just not super important. But at the same time, like, it can lead into more like the complex math stuff, like theoretical or quantum physics and things like that. Like, clearly there is use for these things, but it's like it's not like you're learning quantum physics, you know, you're just learning like these basic understandings of solving equations using letters. So like you're just, you know, you put a number in here, you put a letter in there, solve the equation, and it's like, okay, yeah, you can teach me how to like make these equations make sense. But then the actual application to that is like you get some value out of it. Like if I want to figure out a ratio, for example, like you can use like, oh, if I have blah over blah and I, you know, I have a fraction and I want that bottom number to become this bottom number, and then like, you know, you can fucking figure it out from there and stuff like that. Like I've found use for some of these things, but it's usually in a very basic way that like you're probably not going to get much value beyond like, you know, grade 11 math. Even then, like it's like, yeah, like B30, C30. It starts getting like, what am I learning? What is this shit? What am I going to use this for? Yeah, I definitely lost interest. But if they put it into more like, oh, you know, you might need this to like do woodworking, or you know, like if you want to, you know, there are jobs that require understanding of like math. It's just like most people are not going to use it though. But yeah, I liked when teachers would try and like come up with actual scenarios that I'm fucking so pissed. Oh, these maps are destroying me right now. Once again, I just forgot to pop my flask, and of course, I just get fucking one shot. This makes me want to make a different character because it's just ridiculous. Well, I lost a lot of experience. What can you do? I'm a little frustrated. To go down this way. Start heading towards the thinger. I think that's the play. That's the play. What time is it? Oh, it's almost 9.
Storming arrow.
Yeah, one thing about this flask is like trying to remember to use it every 10 seconds. Like, fuck.
I don't have enough mana.
I'm not very good at being consistent with that. A lot to remember.
That's quite nice. Out of mana.
But yeah, I'm more of a problem solver, I find. I like solving problems. Another divine orb, oh, it just makes me happier. After dying like 3 times tonight and losing like so much fucking progress on level 96. Thank you, game. The game giveth sometimes.
I need more mana.
Seems like a pretty unoptimal map for a breach. There's really not much room for them to spawn.
No mana.
A map says Bloodwood. Yeah. Bad map. Like, where are the enemies? There's no more enemies! Just not spawning anything. That's lame, dude. Yeah, we gotta check.
Quick and lethal.
We actually had like two of my friends ended up becoming actuaries, which is like just the fucking most mathy shit you could do. Oh, that's just not for me, man. No, thank you. I did miss this guy at the start.
Prepare yourself. Don't mind if I do.
Speak. What can fake time on with the work? Yes.
Oh,
Greetings.
yeah, like you could say I write code. Yeah. It's not always writing code, but you obviously need to write code to build shit, you know? But a lot of it comes down to like solving problems too.
I'll be here.
It's not only about writing it, it's about understanding complex logic. But yes, a large part of that is writing code. I'm just being overly specific. There goes the game. Yeah, Katie did too. Take some web design stuff. That was a while back though. And it's funny because I have not taken any web design because it's not like I'm not a designer, right? Like it's definitely not something I do. Other people design it and then I just code it. Yeah, I write functionality. Because a lot of the time, like there's two aspects to like an application. Like if you're thinking like a web application or even like, you know, like an application like Discord, let's say. I think actually Discord is kind of just a web browser. It's just like very specifically made in a way that it does not look like a browser type thing. But yeah, it's like you've got the interface design, which usually is like a designer goes and like designs it, right? And then like what I would do is I would take that design and then I would make it functional and do stuff. So it's like two separate jobs, to be honest. Which is why whenever I make something, it always looks like shit. Because I don't put as much emphasis on how it looks. And honestly, a lot of that stuff is like already done for you. There's already like default like styling that people do. But like, you know, there's definitely more to design than just like building out the pages. Like, you know, like you gotta have like a logo and shit. And you know, there's definitely some more design aspects to it that are like, you asked me to make a logo for you, I'd be like, hell no. You don't want me to make a logo for you. But yeah, yeah, there's definitely a split between like designing it and then also like just writing the functionality. And then there's even a further split. Um, a lot of the stuff that I've worked on throughout my career doesn't even have an interface. It's literally just an application that I don't know if you know anything, but like I write a lot of APIs and that's basically just an application that you interact with through like an API call, which is just like you just send data over the internet to a URL and you get back a response, is kind of the simplest way I can explain it. I write a lot of those, and we call those web services. So I write a lot of web services, and then I'm full stack, so I also know how to, you know, write a website as well. To code a website. I'm just not much of a designer, because like all the design is already done. Somebody's already done that, and then I just reuse existing like components that we can just like plop in onto the website that somebody's already designed how those things look. Like how does a text box look, and how does a form look, or one of those cards, or you know, the typical things you see on a website these days. You know, things like what font to use and what, you know, all those things are like somebody's already figured that out, and I don't even have to think about it. But they're just like, you know, I want the website to do this, and I go and do that. Yeah, that's generally how it goes. Like, people usually fall into one group. Like, they might be interested in, like, making websites, but there's two aspects to it. It's like some people really excel at, like, the functionality portion, but then their websites look like shit. And I'm one of those people. And then some people make the website look freaking banging, and then, like, the functionality just, like, they're just lost, you know? And I assume that's kind of how you're kind of how you feel about it. Definitely. Cuz they're really different parts of your brain that you're using. It's completely different braining for sure. Like right versus left brain. Yeah, it's why me and my wife make a good team. She is the creative designer and I'm just the coder, the freaking logical, analytical thinker. But she can usually like, you know, look at the shit I make and then be like, yeah, that makes no sense and you should change it. like like or that looks terrible, you know? It's definitely usually the feedback I'd probably get. Yeah, that looks like fucking shit, Chris. What the fuck are you doing? Or like my layouts or whatever. It's another thing. I'm not very good at layouts. Like why are these pixels here? What is this? You've got a pixel between this or your fucking thing is over the game. What are you doing? I mean, you just have an eye for it, right? And like sometimes I just like don't care. Dude, this guy wants to buy this shit. Let's sell it to him. It's like I just have like stars in his name, or is it like filtered because it's named like gold shit or something? I don't know. Let's see. Oh shit. Sell this. These boots. Oh, yeah, those boots are alright. Kind of a ripoff to be selling them for 10 exalt, but whatever. Oh, I gotta inspect. Can I just accept the trade? The same button for accepting the trade is also how you unstack things. That's so dumb. Alright. You have to like find something that's not a stack of things. Or you can fucking trade it. Oops. Grab that. Yeah, Katie's my wife. But the pixel. It's like, what's that stupid bar at the bottom of that YouTube video? Like, it's YouTube. uh. I don't mind, Katie. I feel like you being critical on it just makes me try and make it better, because or else everything I would do would just look like trash. And oftentimes it does. It does look like trash.
Thunderous shot.
I just stood in that explosion like a dumbass. I think I just need to focus when I'm doing shit like this because, like, if I just make like one misstep, I'm just dead. Because there's just like hundreds of enemies spawning on top of me. Yeah, like expeditions, breaches, like definitely the things I need to be focused so that I don't just die. Yeah, it's always good. It's definitely a big thing in my world too. Um Peer reviewing people's stuff.
What luck.
Like anything that we write, like somebody else has to review it, and that's like super important because yeah, sometimes you just need a second set of eyes to see something wrong or, you know, to try and improve it, make it more efficient or whatever. Obviously different in a design aspect, but it's kind of the same idea. It's all about just like trying to make it better. Mm-hmm.
Nature's fury.
These guys are tanky as fuck. Divine Orb. That's my third one. You know, we may be dying, but we're freaking rolling in the freaking Divine Orbs tonight. Let's go.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, Katie's always asking like, "Ooh, how does this look?" And I'm like, "It looks amazing." It's like so much better than anything I could ever do. Oftentimes it's just like I just don't have anything to tell you. It looks great.
Hello.
I just don't have that eye for design, you know? That's okay. I don't need to be great at design cuz I have a lot of other things to bring to the table. Ooh. Namida. Thanks. I appreciate you too, Katie. Worked with a lot of designers that do not like having their designs critiqued. Some people just can't handle criticism. Some people also just think they're above it all, you know? Some people think they're just like so good that it's just like, wow, how dare you critique what I've done? Like, what do you know? Like, that kind of attitude. Like, yeah. I don't understand that either. There's definitely people that are like big-headed like that in my world too.
Too weak, too slow. Don't mind if I do.
Like writing code in a certain way, and then they're just like, can you just like change it to this way because I don't like how you did it. And it's just like, okay, do you have a reason why? No, no, because I want it to be consistent with what I do. It's just like, okay. You know, there's definitely people like that.
No mana. I'm out of mana.
But then sometimes it's like, you know, I'll look at someone else's code and be like, this code makes no sense and is not gonna work. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, look over it again and try again.
Mana. Local.
Do better next time. Some people take it to heart though, and they're like, it doesn't like my code. There's just people like that in everything. Right, Katie. The younger generations seem to lean towards that. Yeah, might just be like the aspect of being a little bit spoiled, or, you know, like, I don't know. It's also just like the kind of content you consume, I think, as well. Like, just. I think, this is just my personal opinion. I don't know if it's true by any means, but I do think that some people might feel a little bit more like entitled. And or, you know, like, they'd have less appreciation for like other people's opinions. And I feel like sometimes it's because they consume so much content that you like, you challenge their view on something and they're just like, no, 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 I've already done all the research, I know what's right, you know, like that type of shit. And I feel like that might just like leak into other places in life where you just cannot accept criticism. Like, you just like, you're so fucking dead set on like, no, no, like, I know the best because I've done all my research, and like, you know, and like they could have just been consuming fucking the dumbest shit on the internet, and they don't realize that like what they're consuming is just like complete false shit. And like, yeah, I feel like I feel like a lot of that comes from social media shit, in my opinion, and that just kind of leaks into other areas of their life. That's just my opinion, but I do think that there is some. That's how I kind of make a little bit of logic out of it. And then they do have people challenge, like, be like, no, like, you're literally wrong. And then they just, like, shut down and they're just like, no, 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 I'm right, I'm right. And the reason why I think that is because there's so much, like, misinformation out there. And, like, yeah, people, they get so caught up thinking that, like, even though if they're consuming, like, complete false shit all the time, like, shit that is just, like, basically conspiracy theories or just, like, you know, just shit that isn't real. And then they just think it's real. And then you try to tell them it's not real. And then they're just like, no, you can't challenge my reality. That's why you got people like fucking RFK Jr., who is gonna apparently be the health person of this country. And yeah, then you got people like Trump who literally don't fucking believe anything. They're just like, no, that's not how tariffs work. What are you talking about? And you tell them like facts, and then they just like, no, I don't believe that. Like, I don't believe that's true. And it's just like, how can you not believe it's true? I literally just told you a fact. You can't just like not believe that it's not true. uh it's fucking wild. I don't know. We're living in some real fucking weird times where just reality isn't reality anymore, man. And yeah, I think that does bleed into like the next generation of people not being able to accept criticism. That's my thoughts on that. Especially when you see other people lying all the time and then like claiming that they're true, and then like people believe it, and then other people are saying like, no, it's not true, like what you're saying is completely false. And people just don't want to believe it because it's just like, well, like I literally heard the president say it, so how can it be not true? Why would he lie to me? But it could have nothing to do with it, but like I definitely feel there's some connection for sure. Definitely. Cause like, yeah, even the fabric of like what is true is being challenged to the maximum because of social media and the current state of the truth. Currently staying with your grandma, taking care of her, and you constantly hear about that shit. You just try not to argue with her. Oh, it's so frustrating. Like, thankfully, I don't have anybody like that in my life. But, like, it would drive me nuts. For sure. I would lose my fucking mind. It just sucks. Like, it sucks having. Because people really look up to the person running the country, thinking that, like, yeah, they're saying the truth, right? Like, and people, like, don't even want to challenge it. People don't even want to think that it's possible that they could be being lied to. And nobody has, like, the fucking capacity to, like, do their own research and realize, you know what? He's lying to me. And, you know, like, some people are smart enough to get to that point where they realize, yeah, like, I've done my research and what he's saying is wrong. It's wrong. It's just like it's just like challenging reality, man. So many people out there that'll just blindly follow like a sheep and not have any sort of like thought of their own. It's frustrating. Come on, lucky one time. Movement speed? Trash. If you don't get movement speed, it's just nobody's gonna buy a boot without movement speed. Nobody wants to be walking like she's getting better though, give her that. Talked about how she constantly reads fake news shit on Facebook. You have to constantly show her to look at the source. Yeah. Facebook's especially bad. Facebook is like literally Zuckerberg just said like we've removed fact checking because I'm an idiot. Obviously he didn't say he's an idiot, but like why would you remove fact checking from your fucking website? Like I like how YouTube says like, you know, global warming. It's like this is actually a real thing. And like they have to literally like pump it into the fucking website and be like, no, this shit is real. It's not just fake news. Like and there's just a serious lack of that, especially after Musk buying Twitter. And yeah, it's just like the quality of the truth available these days is pretty bad. Because yeah, it's really hard to just weed out what is bullshit and what is real. And even then, you might not get the full picture either, because everything's so muddied. There's so many people trying to get us to think in a certain way that it's just like, what even is real anymore? What even is the truth? But you know, I still hold on to my fucking moral values, and I have a decent moral compass, and I know when it's clearly like there's certain things going on that I know are like terrible, and you know, I stick to my guns, and like if something I see is terrible and something I hear is terrible, like I'm gonna think it's terrible. But yeah, not everyone has the ability of critical thought and ability to challenge these things. Like I can't imagine being someone who like literally just watches Fox News all day and like doesn't watch anything else. I can't even like fathom being a person like that. Like the fact that like there are politically charged media outlets out there that are literally like paid to say these things. Like it's fucking wild. It's absolutely wild. Thankfully there's like methods to get around it and understand like where the bias is and stuff. Like ground news, like I've definitely heard a lot about it. I don't particularly use it or anything, but helps you get like a bigger picture about like how certain outlets are covering certain stories, and you can get like a much more like full picture of like what is actually happening, rather than just like you get it from one source, they're talking about it in a certain way, and then you get it from another source and they're just like saying completely other shit. It's like a lot of the time, like a lot of these people are just straight up lying to you, and it's just like, wow, I can't believe like people are just lying, like blatantly lying all the fucking time, and like there's nobody out here like standing up for the truth. And it happens on both sides of the equation. It's just like, why the fuck is it like that? America's fucked, man. And it's like bleeding into like other countries too. Like this has like a significant impact on other places in the world because this like information gets spread throughout the world. Yeah, like obviously you can't tell your grandma to like watch something else or whatever, like, you know, she's her own person, but like all you can really do is try to just inform her and be like, you know, that's not true and you should probably stop watching that. You know, but it's like that would get so tiring so fast. I would just like I'd probably have to just cut ties with my grandma if she was like that. So I mean, you got some resilience for dealing with that shit, because I certainly fucking do not. I would have zero tolerance. I would just lose my fucking shit. Your hometown, yeah, for sure. Yeah. There's definitely a lack of education going on that leads people to be sheep instead of thinking for themselves. And clearly that's like done on purpose. Like it's so obvious. It's so obvious. Like clearly they don't want to make the education system any better because they don't want people to be smart enough to realize that they're fucking idiots. They want people to be dumb, which is very sad. Very sad. Because if they're dumb, then they can just shove nonsense into your brain and you'll believe it. And then everyone else in the world looks upon it and they're like, how are these people so dumb? It's because it's systemic. It's done purposely. She doesn't go out of her way to preach it. That's good. At least. But yeah, even just consuming it, like, gives you brain rot. Anyway. Just going on tangent. You can see where my head's at, though. Like, it truly makes you feel like you're insane sometimes. That your reality is challenged each and every day, and you just gotta remind yourself, no, I know what's real, I know what's true. You just gotta keep reminding yourself, like, they're crazy, not me. My mom has a different problem with Facebook. She does the copy pasta shit all the time. I hate the copy pasta shit, man. She's like, Mom, what are you doing? Just stop copy pasting random shit. Yeah, exactly. That stuff. Like, oh, I'll put this in your status and blah blah blah. It's just like, no, dude. What are you doing?
Until next.
It's just like, Mom, don't you have something better to do? Of course, she's retired and like spends too much time on Facebook these days. It's just like rotting her brain or something. Yeah, exactly.
Charged arrow. Quick and lethal. I need more mana. Out of mana.
But yeah, I very rarely go on Facebook, but like every now and then I'll just go on and like I'll see like she copy pasted something and it's in my feed and I'm like, what are you doing? And then like some other people from my family,
Mana.
like some of my aunts or whatever, are also copy pasting it and liking it and stuff. I'm just like, no, what are you doing?
I need more mana.
Yeah, yeah, definitely shit like that. Just like, and honestly, most of those are probably like AI generated at this point. You know what I mean? Like you're literally sharing AI generated copy pastas. Oh my god. This is what the world has come to, man. Everyone's just
Barely broke a sweat.
brains are rotting from consuming so much trash on the internet. I truly fear for the current generation of kids these days.
Storm point.
In so many ways. So many ways.
No mana. Now this will come in handy.
Yes. What can I'll be here.
GGG, when is my map tab? This is ridiculous. Look at my fucking quad stash tab. It's literally full. It's full of maps and tablets. It's a fucking disaster. Ugh. Oh, it's getting worse and worse over the holidays. You're working on content that your little cousins consume. Oh no, man. Yes. Oh, it's frightening. Like, I just really hope that, like my niece just grows up just a normal person. You know? Like, thankfully, they live in a small town and, like, out in the mountains, and, like, you know, she has two active parents that love going outside and stuff like that. So it's just like, I just hope, I just hope that, that she just, like, is a normal person. But you just never know, because, like, as soon as they get a phone, as soon as they get access to the internet, it's just like, they're just, like, open to a world of just trash. So much trash. And it's like, you can't really control what they browse, what the, you know, like, the things they watch and stuff. Like, it's tough. Very tough. But hey, at least she's got great parents. So, like, you know, all you can hope for is so for the best. She's a great kid. I think she'll be great. Yeah. Yeah.
In my sights.
Cool, uncle. Yeah. Me and Katie were playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And she's a gamer. She games. She like got into Tears of the Kingdom cuz my brother's been obsessed with it. You know, her dad. Yeah, she loves Zelda. So so I'm like, and we started playing Pokemon, and she's like, "Oh, let me play." And then we ended up playing some Pokemon together. And she's like, "I really like this game," so I ended up buying it for her. I feel like, you know, that's probably much better than, like, you know, anything else that she could be consuming. So you can be the cool uncle. Yeah. I don't know. I'm slightly like completely terrified of having kids. We'll see. We'll see.
What luck. No mana.
Yeah, it was funny. I don't even think my brother would have had a kid. It was an accident. But it was a happy accident. It was definitely a happy accident. Just okay. Yeah, he's the only one who's had a kid so far. I have two brothers. My brother's older. He's the one who had a kid is 6 years older than me.
Meet your end.
But then my other brother, who's 3 years older than me, just got married. But she has a daughter, who's like 16 or something. So technically he gets to be a parent, but you know, and she's great. Just an absolute awesome person. Super talented and all sorts of awesome things. Just great people. Wonderful family.
Too weak. Too slow.
But yeah, I don't know if he'd have any kids. I have to wait and see.
Charged arrow. Out of mana.
Yeah, thankfully, like, my parents, like, they don't put any pressure on us or anything. There's nobody, like, asking, like, oh, when are you gonna have kids? That shit would piss me off. It's like, would I really want to raise a kid in this fucking environment? I don't know. I mean, like, I definitely could. Definitely finally at a point in my life where, like, it would probably make sense. But yeah, I still feel underprepared and like I don't know. It's tough to ever feel like it's the right time. Oh yeah. Honestly, I feel like at this point I'd rather move back to Canada and then I'd feel a little bit I'd feel like a little bit more enticed to have a kid.
Take
At least then I'd feel like, you know, they're not just gonna get fucking shot at school or something, you know what I mean? 'Cause that's definitely something I'd be terrified about. Obviously not a very realistic fear, but I mean, with how many fucking shootings these days, like, it's definitely a non-0% that it might happen. Yeah, at this point, I feel like it really is a very realistic fear. Like, I don't know. That's just scary. Just never know when the next fucking shooting is gonna be somewhere that hits home, you know? Yeah, for sure. All them fucking creeps.
I'll be here. Good eating. I'll be here.
Alright, where are we going? Down here, probably. Over that way. Yeah. These towers are out of range. I want to grab them though. Maybe we do, yeah. Probably keep these nodes, because they're pretty good nodes. Yeah, go down here. Oh, it's almost 10. Maybe time to wrap it up soon. Oh, fucking rambling tonight. But it's good. It's good for my brain to interact with people.
Quick and lethal.
Rust Bowl. Yeah, Ohio sounds like a Rust Bowl.
Storm point.
Although Ohio has Cedar Point though. That's the only cool thing I know about Ohio. Cause Cedar Point is freaking awesome.
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah, Cedar Point is sick. I had never been on like a real roller coaster before. Like maybe like one time I went on a roller coaster at like some like fair that comes up in my hometown like once a year. And then I went to Cedar Point and I'm like, this is some roller coasters, man. Oh, I definitely loved it. It was so much fun. Just being a grown adult riding those coasters. Siren's Curse. Is that the new freaking, yeah, that's the replacement for
Quick and lethal.
Top Thrill, right? Yeah, this shit looks fucking scary, man. I don't know. It took a lot of guts to go on Top Thrill. I don't even think I would go on Top Thrill again. So the fact that they made it even crazier, I don't know, man. You go up and then back down and then back up and oh my god. It's gonna be fucking wild.
Storm point.
Oh, Top Thrill 2. Oh, the tilt coaster. Probably. That one sounds fun. I mean, we'd probably be scared and then we'd go on it and then I'd be like having a blast. Although Millennium Force was pretty scary. But then again, like, I don't know. Millennium Force is so scary because of how freaking high up you go. And it's just like this slow climb and you're just like, oh my god, when is it gonna end? But then, like, once you go down the hill after the slow climb, it's like, wow!
What luck?
Yeah, Millennium Force is sick. I think the Raptor is probably my, like, most, that's, like, my funnest one, is the Raptor. Raptor is so fun. Yeah, the climb, looking over the water and stuff, definitely is scary. I like the dangly feet ones. I don't know. Valhalla too. That one is so good. Oh my god. I think we only got to do that one once. Or Valraven. Yeah, Valraven. And yeah, because that one, like, goes freaking, like, you go off, and then you go, like, down and in on one of the drops. You drop, like, more than 90 degrees. Oh, that was so fucking wild.
Yes.
Yeah, Valraven's sick. I don't know why I always keep thinking it's this Valhalla. Ugh. Freaking Cedar Point, man, it's so sick.
Good eating. Until next
And last time you went, yeah, you haven't been to Cedar Point in forever. Down in Florida for 10 years, dang. Yeah, Maverick's probably my least favorite. And the reason for that is just because it's very just like it just like throws you around. Like there's so many like quick left to rights, and it's just like, oh, just like I feel like my head's just smashing against the fucking the restraint the whole time. Yeah. Maverick was definitely like I think Maverick was one of the first ones I went on to. And I was like, ooh, did not like that. Exactly. And I watched a video on Maverick, and it was like they were gonna have an even crazier like death roll, is what he was calling it, where it like you'd flip upside down, completely flip upside down. Yeah, and then they removed it because it was just like it was gonna be way too crazy. Because I think it's supposed to be like a heartline roll where like you're supposed to keep like your center of your heart like in the same spot, but it wasn't a true heartline roll because it would actually drop your heartline a little bit and then go back up in such a short amount of time that um they had to remove it. I think the guy who made it like wrote it and he's like, "Yeah, this is too intense. We gotta remove that, dude." So that Maverick could have been even crazier, which is hard to think of because that one was wild. That was definitely a really wild one. The Raptor has like a hardline roll too. I'm pretty sure where you just go in a full like loop while you're like, yeah, you like go upside down and fully back straight. Yeah. They've definitely got some new rides since then for sure. There's so many good ones, man. Like that place is stacked with like some of the best rides ever.
Yes.
Ugh. Yeah, they keep packing more in, that's for sure. Busch Gardens. Yeah, I imagine. That's the way I think of it. Like, we've been on some other coasters, like just like random coasters. Like we went to one in like the West Edmonton Mall. We went to one in the SpongeBob one in the Mall of America. And I mean they were fun, but like, you know, Cedar Point Cedar Point kind of just like takes cake. Just can't really compare. It's kind of like going to the mountains and snowboarding. It's the same idea. Like once you've been to the mountains, like you go to like the smaller like hills and you're just like this is all right, I guess. But like people who only have that are like, "Oh, this is great. Like having so much fun or whatever, you know?" And then it's just like you go to a mountain and you're like, "What the hell is this? This is crazy." Such a huge shock when you upgrade to the gnarly shit. Yeah, the Edmonton Mall feels like a fever dream now. Yeah, coasters are fun. And honestly, I was super terrified of them when I went to Cedar Point. I was definitely on like the first day I was out there, I was terrified. Absolutely fucking fearing for my life. But once I actually got onto some of the rides, like it was just bliss. Looks like someone wants to buy my shit. He wants to buy these. Oh, finally buying these gloves, huh? Finally buying the gloves.
Hello.
Hello. Oh.
That's quite nice.
Oh, yeah, there's no way I was gonna go snowboarding tomorrow. Oh, I'm still in pain.
Fury!
But hopefully by next weekend I'll be good to go. Hopefully it snows. I'm determined to get out there before the season ends, though. But damn, to be honest, it'd be awesome living in a place like Florida, though. Mainly for the golf. But I don't know, like, doesn't it like super humid in Florida? You'd be fucking cooking out there.
Out of mana.
9 months out of the year, you can't even go outside. Jesus. I mean, that's a preference thing, right? Or is it just like literally like you're just like at risk of heat stroke if you go outside or something?
An easy trophy.
But yeah, it's probably like humid, muggy, like just really fucking hot. Especially like just, just keeps getting hotter and hotter every year, you know? It's like eventually there's just it's gonna fucking be so hot nobody can fucking be outside. Canada's like so much more milder. Of course, it gets fucking cold depending on where you are, though. Like, if you live in the prairies in Canada, it fucking sucks. Scorching, hurricane, and gators. Yeah, the beach would be nice, for sure, yeah. You can, but not comfortably, yeah. Yeah. At least with the beach, like, you've got, the ocean, like, breeze and stuff. So, and you can just hop into the water, which is probably, like, really nice. The sweaty Italian.
On with the
Yeah, that's fair. Rude of him. That is rude. Ring fit. That's funny. I just realized I haven't gotten up in like 3 hours, haven't I? That's not good for my health.
Out of mana. Now this will come in handy.
Pretty decent haul tonight, though. We got, what, 3 divine orbs? That's pretty sick. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it after this one. Me just realizing that I didn't get up for 3 hours, and it's already getting late. And I'm like starting to sweat under these lights. Not to mention my computer is like, the graphics card is cooking my fucking room right now.
Out of mana.
Cause this game is just ridiculous. This build just like turns our graphics card into a fucking oven. Sweaty gaming. And Katie like closed my door, so I'm like cooking in here. It's probably like fucking 80 degrees.
Slow. I need more mana. Don't mind if I do.
Yeah, maybe hopefully if my neck's feeling a little better tomorrow, I'll play some Spyro maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, the map's done. Oh, but yeah, I think that's it. Ugh. Oh, good haul. Good haul, man. Got like another like 2 simulacrums. We're at 14 of these. We could just like sell these, which is probably what I'm gonna end up doing. Cause the delirium boss, or the delirium area is just like, with this fucking build is just like frames are just non-existent. 3 divine orbs. We're at 4 now. I spent, like I said, I spent all of my currency on this flask. So we're fucking broke. And then I had to get rid of my armor, so I had to buy a new armor. So I got this thing. Cause my other armor had fucking this was my old armor. One of these. This one? This one had life regen on it, which breaks the glitch. So if I have life regen, I cannot use this on full health. I would have to like reduce my health every single time I want to use it. I don't know why they don't just let you use this stupid flask at full health. Like literally the point of this flask is to overheal yourself, because your overheal amount becomes like a barrier. And it's just like, you want to overheal. What the fuck? Come on, GGG, change this shit. Just let me use it. I shouldn't have to like abuse a glitch with like a decimal point to be able to use it. Dumb. But yeah, that thing is sick. Oh, anyway, just blabbing about fucking thing. Ouch. I do still want to get rid of this bow, so I think the next thing I'm gonna spend a lot of divines on, like, is gonna be this. I think I'm gonna go all out on the bow. Get something crazy. Maybe I'll get rich enough and I can get something that has, like, bow fires, like, 2 additional arrows or something. Oh, then I'll be fucking OP, man. I'll be just god tier. I'd be on some Legolas shit, yeah, firing like freaking 7 arrows at a time. Like this already, I already shoot like what, 3 arrows at a time. And then there's something called scatter shot. Scatter shot also splits my lightning rods to fire 2 more additional arrows. So I shoot down 5 lightning rods right now at a time. If I got 2 more, I could shoot 7 at a time, which would be nuts. But yeah, like finding a good one with that is like probably 100 divines or something. I don't know how expensive it would be, but it would be very expensive. But it literally like exponentially increases your DPS because yeah, like you're going from 5 projectiles to 7. Like, are you kidding? That's fucking nuts. Yeah. All right. We got a few people. Let's send you guys off somewhere. See who's playing the video game. But yeah, that's gonna be my chase item. My next chase item. Getting a crazy bow. Cause that would just be fun. I'm at the point where I really want to just keep pushing this character. It's just been a lot of fun playing it. Yeah, wed. See what I was doing some hours. Or absence. Doing some Spyro. BT. I'll send you guys to wed. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chatting. I appreciate the company. Better than me just mind-numbingly grind this game by myself. So I appreciate y'all. Have a good day. Have a good night. Probably catch y'all tomorrow.